Welcome to Robbins Nest. I am Kevin.
I am Mary.
And this is Robbins Nest. We are doing another video entry for a giveaway. This time it comes from Canada. This is from Wild Tesmpest. His giveaway is for 3 months of free bandbox.
Pew, pew.
It is international. I believe his deal is if bandbox does not deliver to your country, he will find you another, or you guys can come up with a box that is about equal value that will ship to your country. So I think that's pretty fair.
Bandbox ships to South Florida?
Yes, this foreign country of South Florida, I think it does. It's pretty crazy down here sometimes, but you might have to float here with all this rain and crap. But so yes, it is for 3 months of bandbox. Thank you so much for this opportunity. That's a pretty good way for some people to start a box.
We have yet to even order a bandbox.
No. Or also for people that have it, to get an extra one, to get another chance at maybe a one-up, or even on their own, they can pass it forward for themselves. Well, not for themselves, but they can pass it on their channel if they choose to. So, his it's a pretty simple question that a lot of people have opinions on. You bring up the question and you will get all kinds of answers, even though most people say it's left or right. Well, most people think that politically. It's either A or B. Like when you say left or right, people want to take it politically.
Right.
So, A or B. And the question is, are you for or against firearms? And in this house, it's hands down, we are for firearms. Firearms for militarized use, firearms for militia use, firearms for personal use, firearms for home defense, firearms for recreational. We're just for it. We aren't hunters, but I'm not against hunting. I just haven't had the chance to go hunting. Being in South Florida, I don't know what I would hunt for other than gator.
Gator is good.
Gator's good, but I don't think you're allowed to just hunt it. I think it might actually be protected here. I wouldn't mind taking a couple pea shooters and getting some iguana.
Iguana is good too.
And the other thing you could probably hunt, but I really don't care to, is Burmese python. No, thank you.
Have
so that's
not
here.
had that yet.
I'm pretty sure there's pretty good deer hunting somewhere, but just not here in South Florida. I know some people are telling me that there's deer more Tampa and north, but it's not happening here. As far as the military, obviously, my dad was in the military, in the Navy. He didn't have use for military until he didn't have use for weapons until towards the end of his career when he worked security detail on the docks. So it's pretty important, especially with now even some of the people that are crazy have balls enough to get onto military installations. And obviously police forces need firearms, even though there are a lot of negative reports on the police using firearms nowadays, but it's still a needed tool for when it's actually necessary. And then for the biggest reason for us is home defense. We believe in home defense. We are firearms owners.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my shotgun.
Oh, I'm waiting, it's sitting there if you had it. I do own a firearm. Yes, it is a legal firearm. I do not have the right to conceal carry, which I really don't want to conceal carry, especially at work. I work with a lot of kids, so I can't carry at work, and it's more or less just in the car. It's there.
I think it's more for when we travel, actually, than just home. Because even though we're not
nothing crazy. It's a Ruger 380.
Well, I mean, even though we're not in the best neighborhood, we feel pretty safe. I mean, it's something really crazy in this neighborhood. We're in like this
family section of our neighborhood.
But it's more of like we go on a lot of road trips. We do a lot of traveling, and you never know where you're going to be and what you're going to be.
Area.
I mean, so it's more really for protection when we're traveling.
But yeah, we have the Ruger 380, which I picked up, and it's very small. It fits in most of my back pockets. You would never know it was there. And also, eventually on the wants list is a Mossberg pump action tactical shotgun. Not because we feel the need for it, but for her protection and for a lot of people we talk to. Usually when there's a big knock bang on your door and you hear that pump action, it's pretty much a shit in your pants situation, because we've heard quite a few of these pump actions in stores.
Yes.
And it's rather loud, and it's a shit in your pants moment.
It's that I'd rather have it when I need it than waiting to get it once I needed it.
After you've already needed it, and you need it, and you think you want it because of the fear of whatever happening again. Where people like...
Yeah, I'd rather have it before.
That's what I'm saying, where people will buy firearms after something's already happened to them in fear that it shouldn't happen again. But if you get it in time and you get familiar with it and you get your family familiar with it, as Wild Tesmpest was saying, it's an inanimate object that's never hurt anybody on its own.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure there's very, very, very few times that a handgun's gone off, or a gun or a firearm has gone off on its own without being touched.
Right.
And that's usually because you've probably left it in somewhere really, really hot, so the heat might have engaged the black powder, but that's not what they're designed for. Someone has to pull a damn trigger one way or another, or it has to inflict enough force onto that handgun to be able to go off on its own.
I mean, we have 2 kids, and they were raised in a household where you were carrying, my mother was carrying, she has her gun, and it just, the kids know it's not a toy. I mean, but you don't just leave it out either.
Don't just leave it out. They know I have it. They don't go looking for it. They don't go out and seek it. They don't ask me to look at it. They know I have it, and that's what it is.
But it's more or less, well, one of the reasons why we did get it too is because being small business owners, you gotta protect yourself, because you never know.
Yeah, we've ran a few businesses, and you never know who's gonna walk in at the weirdest time, especially when your schedules are set. Mm-hmm. And people know when there's downtimes and peak times, so...
In closing times.
In closing time, exactly. You post your closing time, and they know you're a small business, so you never know what you're gonna... Like she said, you'd rather have it, even though you don't need it, than don't have it when you need it.
Yeah.
So... Sorry about that. iPad's telling us, hurry the fuck up. So, long story short, we are for firearms, and it's not a necessity. It is. It's a tool.
It's not a luxury.
It's a tool to have. I mean, would you rather have a weapon, whether it be a sword,
well, I believe when you're
something to throw at somebody, than a phone?
Well, I believe that when you are going to inflict pain, terror, or just hurt someone, you're going to find a way. You don't need a gun to do that.
Yeah, whatever they say, if you're going to block guns from civilian use, whoever wants to use one is going to find a way to use it.
I believe if more civilians had registered weapons to protect themselves, it would, maybe we wouldn't have so many casualties.
Yeah, I think what they say is, one of the, without looking, facts, States that have open carry laws tend to have lower numbers of gun violence. Why? You don't know who the fuck has one. And they have the right to have it. I mean, open carry, I mean, if I see someone, as we've seen on the news, carrying around a rifle on the street, I'm not going to go acting a fool. So, there's just pretty common sense there.
But it's also common sense. You do it the right way. You do what you need to do,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you get it the way you need to get it, and you handle it and you treat it as it should be treated.
Exactly.
And
Like
it's not
anything
a toy.
else. Like anything else.
I mean, nobody
you have to
plays with
learn-
a drill. No one goes running with a drill.
You
so
have to learn how to use, when you drive a car, there's more deaths by vehicles
a lot.
than there is guns
Or smoking.
or smoking. That's another thing. Anyways. But, yes, we are for it. If you want to unfollow us because of it, oh fucking well. It's our right to have them. And hell, if once the kids are old enough to do it, they'll shoot. Gotta get familiar with these things, even if it's for sport. What is it? The lady that has the most consecutive medals in the Olympics, like 6 Olympics now in a row, does it for shooting. So, hell, it could get you gold medals for your country. You get really good at it.
I don't think my aim is that well. Anyways.
So, again, Wild Tesmpest. I'll leave the description below for his video for the giveaway, and you have to link it to Glean, like a website, to get the links so you can do other ways of social media to get more entries into the videos. And also, so it's for Wild Tesmpest to get 3 band boxes. That is the contest. And you have 1 question to answer for or against firearms. And that easy. To Wild Tesmpest, thank you for the opportunity for this giveaway. And we'll see you guys later.
Hi guys.
Sup, dudes? So, this is just a quick reminder that we do have our 250, our road to 250 subscriber giveaway going on. There will be a link in the description below. Look for it. It'll say Road to 250. So, there are some questions on there. We also want to add that you can ask us a question for a bonus point.
Yes.
So you can get
that'll
up to,
make it
up
21.
to 21. Up to 21.
Wow,
now.
you could drink.
You can, if you want to max out your entries, 21 is your maxed out entries for this. So, again, check out the link in the description for that. There are the rules are there posted. The questions you have to answer there are posted. If you want to make a video, you're more than welcome to. Actually, you're encouraged to. You get
We always
more
like
points.
watching your videos.
Get
guys.
more points for that. Yes, and we like watching your videos. We like to get to know you guys. It's a little easier to get to know people through video instead of just like blah 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 blah. Got it?
Right.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.